back to Cash Keyboards. My name is Repeat. Let's build a keyboard. This is for my friend Isabum. She's a streamer and a friend of mine, and she has an old keyboard that makes too much clicky noise, so let's build a new one. Here we have the Tezarre TK61. We went with a white on white. She doesn't know the theme, so yeah, we'll all look at it together as one big family. In the box you have the keyboard, you have this little like company card, and then you have a big white card with information on it. You open the back, you have the USB-C cable. It's braided, feels nice. You also have a switch puller and a keycap puller. Here's the switch puller. It's pretty standard. It's cool because you can be like pew 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 and use it as like a little gun. Same with the keycap puller. You can also twist it around and use it as a gun. Pew 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 pew. It's the USB-C cable. It is detachable USB-C. It's an interesting choice that they went with like the L USB-C end because the USB-C is located on the back. It's not on the side. Here's the Tezarre, I would guess, the card stock. Business card? I don't know. It displays all the information based on like different RGB modes and different function modes, which I actually thought was really cool because you don't have to hunt through the booklet to find its information. It's kind of right there front and center. And then of course their little business card linking back to their stuff. So as I said, this is the Tezarre TK61. It's a 60% keyboard. It has optical Gateron reds, pudding double shot keycaps, which, you know, puddings are puddings. It's a really good height, really nice. You got the USB-C located on the back side instead of a middle or a side. Back does not have any adjustable feet. It's a stationary. Yeah, but really sleek, feels really good, feels really solid. And here's a sound test. All right, first stop after the sound test, we're gonna go ahead and take all those keycaps off and get that started. Here you can see it's the Gateron optical reds. They look kind of brown, which was really confusing, but it's just a really deep red. This board is hot swappable, but note when you are hot swapping like optical switches, they only support other Gateron optical switches, so you can't just like, you know, swap in like ACO switches or something like that. We went with the reds anyway because this was what I wanted to use. She had mentioned that she wanted something light and Thocky, so that's what we're gonna give her.
1 hour later.
So now all those are off. Here's the board. North facing LEDs or RGB, whatever you'd like to call them. It's not a really big deal because the switch is not going to interfere with any of those. We're going to go ahead and take this bad boy apart. Got our sonic screwdriver out and go ahead and take this off. This board is really fun and really easy to customize, and it can really be set up for many different things. Once you have all the screws off, you can just separate the top plate. It all comes out as one piece. It's really convenient, really nice, super simple. No wedging, no prying apart, no popping or anything like that. You can see here it's actually got really thick foam in between the PCB and the top plate, which was really nice. I was really surprised. Although the with as thick it was in the top plate, it was really lacking in the case, and that's probably why it sounded so hollow during the sound test. So now that we got our switches out, we're gonna go ahead and get them all lubed up. We got some super lube for the springs. We got some 205G0 for the switches themselves. Got our handy dandy paintbrush. We got you know, the switch separator or the switch opener. And that's my syringe full of dielectric grease in case we need it. Here's what it looks like when you separate the switch. It's just like your standard switch, except there's no metal pins in it or anything like that. We're gonna go ahead and lube the sides, and then we'll lube a little bit in the middle, and then inside the actual hole itself.
Eventually.
Now, after an eternity of getting those put back together and lubed and all that stuff, we're gonna move on with actually modifying the case. This time we're gonna go with some polyfill. That's good. Just send it. Okay, fine. We'll put it under the foam. Okay, fine. We'll make it a little nice. I really like polyfill because it's kind of easy to work with, but also it can leave the switches a little bit louder than if you went with something, you know, that would super sound absorb. And with the red Gateron opticals, they're already kind of silent, and I wanted to have them maybe a little bit poppier on the Thocky side. So we're just gonna stuff a bunch of that in there, and yeah, don't worry about that. It's fine. We'll move on to the PCB and the top plate. I checked all the stabs, and they were actually in there really secure, so I wasn't gonna mod them. And also notice there's a ton of lube on them already. So we actually didn't need to add any dielectric grease either. The back of the PCB is super pretty. Super easy to mod. There's like nothing sticking up, so there's no like no solder points, nothing like that to actually get in the way of putting tape mod on or modifying it all, which was really nice. As standard around here, always go with the tape mod. Big thank you to the OGs in the industry that or in the community that has made this such a thing, because this is a standard for modifying a keyboard.
A few moments later.
Alright, so now that we stuffed our polyfill in, got our tape mod going, everything's all greased up and lubed up and ready to go ahead and grab that sonic screwdriver and put this thing back together. Here we have the lubed switch, but here you'll see a little bit different, and it's got a different red stem on it. I did this because she really likes artisan keycaps. So we made the escape key with a little bit of heavier spring in it. So in case she does put a big artisan keycap on this board, the spring would support it. The thing with the optical reds is they're a really light switch, coming in a linear with 45 grams of force. They have a 2mm actuation of travel and 4 millimeters of total travel. And with that, they feel really light, and I didn't want the key to be pressed because it's so easy to press them. So she puts a heavier keycap on the escape key, like many people do, then we won't have a problem. So now it's time to move on to keycaps. We chose these random keycaps. Isabel actually has a rabbit, and after many searches and randomness I actually found a full keycap set with bunnies on them. Now I'm actually unsure of who exactly makes these keycaps. I got these keycaps off Amazon from Kimokifuli, but I'm not completely sure if they're a clone or not. I did some research and couldn't find another style of them from anybody else besides like AliExpress stuff. So if you know, let me know below. But they are XDA profile, they're PBT, they feel great, they look great, and let me tell you, they fit so snug on the stems. It's insane how like snug they fit. But they came out really cute, and here we are. This is the Tezarre TK61 in white. with white and pink bunny themed, I should say. PVC XDA keycaps. I think it came out looking fantastic. Feels really good, looks really good. Couldn't be happier. So let's have a listen, see what it sounds like now. I just want to say thank you for watching. Check out my friend Isabum out. It's twitch.tv/Isabum. The link will be below. I hope you have a good day.